Winchester. Winchester follows a doctor who goes to examine whether or not this old woman is actually insane when he finds out that her house may actually be haunted. The house itself is constantly under construction and is constantly changing at the whims of its crazy owner. Or is she crazy? First big problem with this film, it's not scary. A lot of it's very jump scare based, and sometimes it feels like the music's overpowering the moment, so you can't really get sucked into it. Generally, it just seems to be a lack of patience. And unfortunately, for a horror film, it's kind of important. On top of that, it doesn't have a great climax. It just comes up to a battle between good versus evil with no real psychological development. And that's a shame because this is a really great setup. The house itself just has a very odd design to it, and we have things like this system for talking between different rooms through pipes, which could be used for great horror effect, but it doesn't really pay off to anything. So when you get a film like Flatliners, a lot of the horror is derived from the fact that you don't know whether or not it's in the mind of our protagonist or if they're actually being haunted. And personally, I find that a lot scarier than ghosts. I mean, let's be honest, a monster is really not as scary as the idea of your own madness. You can't escape that shit. I've tried. Thankfully, we do have some great leads to carry us through this. Helen Mirren does really well as the owner of the house, but the real standout, in my opinion, is Jason Clarke. He comes across as kind of charming, and his storyline is the one that I'm most invested in, especially as we're constantly piecing things together and how it portrays his character. Honestly, if the entire thing was based around his redemption and possible insanity, this would have worked a lot better. I actually kind of feel sorry for this guy. Between this and Terminator Genesis, he feels like he needs better work. So in conclusion, the climax is pretty lame and it's really not scary. Just rushing into jump scares isn't going to get your audience on edge. It's just going to annoy them. It had a great setup, but no real payoff, even though it did have some good main characters. So, all in all, 4 out of 10. Want to see a better film about ghosts? Check out The Latest Insidious. In the meantime, take care now. Bye bye then.